YouTube, what's up? Welcome everybody. Give me a minute here. I'm gonna send out some messages to a few people here. Bear with me here. Give you all a minute or two. I just want to make sure the stream's going good. Check the chat here. So for all of you tuned in, I am doing some neon lettering lighting style going on here. I learned this little trick from Ryan at Bloodshot Airbrushing here on YouTube, so I really liked how it turned out and thought I would give it a try here. Also, I am going to be testing out and reviewing Chroma Air fluorescent paints. They really don't look fluorescent on the camera here, but they are very vibrant fluorescent colors. I'm probably going to have to get a better camera before you'll be able to see what's going on here. I'm going to give it a minute here. I'll be right back. I forgot to get something to drink, so bear with me here. All right. So, just gonna show you a little bit, or tell you kind of what I've done here so far. I'm gonna bring this up to bring the camera in focus a little better. But I used my Oracle mask. It's the Oracle 813 masking. You can get it on eBay is where I get it. It's super cheap, like 10 or 15 bucks for a 12-inch wide by I think 10-foot roll of it. Stuff cuts really good, masks really good, works really nice. So um, working on a license plate here. First time I've did one other than just basing one. So first time I've done any sort of artwork or lettering on a license plate. So something a little new for me. First thing I did, I use Adobe Illustrator. I found some neon lettering style that I liked. Loaded that font into the program. And I did neon, and then I did outline of it too, to give me these two different shapes, like an outer and an inner line. Because with neon lighting, the inner part of it is what's the brightest. So what I did was based all the outer part, removed the masking, and then I did this little glow around the outside of each letter, like neon lettering does have. So we're going to add some colors here pretty soon. Got those loaded in the airbrush. I just wanted to show you how a little tip and trick on how I did the masking here, because this blue is the Oracle masking that we're going to leave white for now. So let me change the camera view up here for you, kind of show you what I did. So bear with me here a second. I'll adjust this. All right, so here is the fill for my last letter, the N on here. So I got my transfer tape on there. So this is another little trick I learned on YouTube on how to like layer vinyl or line it up without having like registration marks on your vinyl. Um, this is just some clear transfer tape. I took two pieces, stuck them together, and then just cut it. Um, gives you a nice little pieced backing for your vinyl here. So show you what I do. I just take this and I put it right on this. I leave a little bit of overlap on the top. That way I can lay my vinyl down, stick it where I want it. So I just do that. As you can see, there's a little bit of vinyl overhang in here, the sticky part of it. So change the camera up here for you and show you how I transfer it. So, second here. Adjust my camera for you. Alright, so with this, I can, as long as I keep that sticky part on the top bent back a little bit so it doesn't touch, I can see exactly where my vinyl is going to line up here. So I can line it up so it's dead center. When it looks good, when you got it all lined up, you can tack that top little piece that you left exposed. Make sure that's good and pressed down. You can peel this back. I probably should have been a little more prepared. Get my squeegee out here. Then you can just flip it, peel this backing piece I made off, and then just stick her down. Make sure it's good and stuck down, both edges, and then just peel your transfer tape away. When you peel it away, make sure you keep it against the surface. Don't pull it straight out. Make sure you're pulling flat against your surface or your canvas here. There you have it. So let's get you zoomed in and let's get to painting. We're going to start with the N here. Give me a second. Let's see if I can get you zoomed in a little bit more. That's about as good as we're going to get with the zoom. So let me get my exhaust on here. So I am going to start out with the fluorescent blue Chroma Air paint here. Already got some loaded up in the Airbrush. Just going to clean off this little bit of dry tip I got. Just going to take a Q-tip, hollow tip Q-tip, and some 4012 reducer by Createx. Just going to take my airbrush, stick it in there. Make sure if you're using a Q-tip that you get the hollow plastic type ones. The Q-tip brand actually has a hard, solid piece in the center, so that can bend your airbrush needle. Alright, and I'm just going to do a little spray out here. Make sure my flow is good. Do a little back flush, make sure that paint's mixed up good. So we're just going to lightly start with this end, with this blue. So we'll want to make sure we go all the way out in this halo that I built up around it too. Because this halo around it, that's going to be like the lighting. That's the light off the, like you see off a neon lettering sign. Now I'm gonna do these letters in different colors, so I'm gonna try to stay, you know, off of, kind of my blue, only let my blue drift into the, center, the separation of these two letters here. So I'm gonna try to keep it really light layers too, so paint dries faster. And I'm using the Chroma Air by Spray Gunner, which I used that for all the white in this, and it flowed really good, atomized really good. I'm really, really impressed with how the Chroma Air paint actually works and performs, especially seeing as how it's really, really new. Hasn't been out very long, just a month or a couple months. It's actually Spray Gunner's or Chroma Air own paint line. You can only get it at Spray Gunner as of right now. So I got my first little light layer of blue down. Just gonna dry it a little bit here. I actually am also using Chroma Air's reducer as well. They got their own reducer now too. Thought I'd give that a shot. The white I sprayed straight out of the bottle, out of my 0.3 millimeter Creos airbrush here. And give me a second here. I'm actually gonna post on my Facebook page quick. Forgot to do that. Bear with me here a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna check the chat here again real quick. Make sure it's working correctly. Alright. Alright, let's get back to painting. So get another layer of blue on here. Really starting to come alive. The camera doesn't quite look as vibrant as it does in person, but that's because I'm not very good with my camera settings, and I just got a cheap little webcam too, so I don't know that I can get much better quality, but every stream I keep trying to do a little bit better with my camera, so. But I'm not able to do 1080 right now. My computer just is not fast enough for that. Lags out quite a bit when I do that, so the 720 is the best you're going to get for now. Give this a little dry. Got another layer on here. Going on with the chat here. Should be on the screen, but it's not for some reason. A second here. I'm not sure why chat is not showing up on the screen like it should, but I'll have to look into that. But I am really liking these Chroma Air paints. They flow really nice. Also, they just work good. They atomize super well. I don't know. You can't do my camera. It's hard to tell, but you can hardly see any sorts of broken pigments or anything in there. It's just really smooth blends. This fluorescent's flowing really good too. And I'm super impressed with this paint. Now it is a water-based and urethane mix, which is kind of unlike most other airbrush paints. I'm not sure if there's any others out there like that, but none that I'm aware of. But it's supposed to be really strong, more durable, flow more like a solvent-based paint, which I don't know, I feel I haven't used solvents but one time, and I mean it just flows really nice. I'm really enjoying it. It does dry super fast, and it's not supposed to be erasable. Hey Jersey, thanks for tuning in. And looks like we got another person watching too, so if there's someone else here, please stop, say something in the chat, say hi. So, but yeah, this Chroma Air paint, they say it's not made for like erasing, but I did some testing on some Yupo paper, and it is erasable actually. So I even went back in, you know, the next day to see if it was still erasable, and it was, just like BrusHstroKeZ is. So it's not made for erasing, but it can be done that way. So how's Jersey doing today? Doing anything exciting, fun? Did you get your daughter moved off to college? Alright, give this a little dry. I'm going to drift this over a little bit more. Try to get like a blend between doing these in different colors like I said earlier, so I'll be blending a couple different colors together here, so trying to get a wide range of colors on this. So my next color is going to be pink. Try to do a little bit of overlapping with the colors here to give it that little bit of purple glow in the middle. Get this a little more saturated here too, so alright, we'll let that dry for a little bit here. We'll move on to our next color, which is going to be the Chroma Air Fluorescent Pink. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger for you. There we go. Sadly, yes, you got her moved. Yeah, I feel you there. But hey, the hard stuff's done, except for missing your kid, which I'm oh too familiar with. So I'm on to my pink now. This has been sitting in my airbrush a little bit. Do a little back flush, get that mixed up a little better. I think I got some paint settled in there. Not getting the flow I want. I'm going to have to reduce this a little bit more. It's a little too thick. This is my 0.2 millimeter Creos Platinum airbrush. I think I got a clog in this baby or something. Alright, we'll give it a shot here. It's not flowing quite right. I don't know if I let it sit too long. I loaded the paint up before the stream. Maybe something settled in the bottom here, but just got the air pressure cranked up, pushing it out a little better now. The blue, it's Chroma Air paint. This is by Spray Gunner. It's a new paint. It is a acrylic urethane based paint. This is their fluorescent line. It's their fluorescent blue. I'm using all fluorescent Chroma Air paint here. This is the fluorescent pink Chroma Air paint that I'm using now. Only available at spraygunner.com. Sorry, I'm trying not to sound like a commercial for Spray Gunner, but they're just a bunch of awesome guys there that really care for the customers. One of the best companies I've ever had to deal with. Just really good guys, really good products. I can't say enough good stuff about them. So I like to give credit where credit is due. Alright, and my pink is actually flowing better now. I think I just had some unreduced paint settled down in this little passage here. And I think I got it blown out now. It's flowing really good right now. So that was probably just my fault not mixing it up good enough in the beginning, and then Then it sat in my airbrush here for a while too. So the paint's heavier than reducer, so it'll tend to, you know, come down and in this little passage here and make the flow not as good. But yeah, it's flowing really good right now. In Jersey, you will have to check my Facebook page or my, I guess I'll post this on Instagram too when I'm done, but these colors are way more vibrant than my camera is allowing to show. Now I do have this pink really reduced now, probably over 50%, so it's going to take a while to get coverage on this. Just doing a little spray out over to the side here. Every once in a while checking out how fast it's drying. That way I know when I can apply some more paint here. Now at the end of this, when I'm done with these, I got a nice little something, a little trick, a little treat for you too. So hope you stay tuned, or if you're tuning in, just watching this not on the live stream, then you can skip forward if you want. There's just going to be a bunch of boring layering some paint right now. Trying to go really thin with this so I don't have any issues. And since I'm on metal, you got to be super light with it. Otherwise you'll get some spider webbing here if you go too heavy with your paint. Probably really hard to see what I'm doing on the camera here, but just deepening all these pinks. So Joe says no problem at all. I just don't like it to say you put down another company. That's right, I don't like to put anybody down. So I'm all about positive vibes. Joe says he doesn't have Facebook. I didn't think so. But yeah, I will post it on Instagram too. So when you're doing these neon letters, make sure you get all that halo around the outside of the letter too. These fluorescents are transparent, so it's not going to show on that black, so make sure you go all the way up to and over that edge of that halo. I'm going to drift this pink a little bit lighter layers here into this O, so I can do a blend of my next color too. Now I'm going to do a little blend in here, try to get a little bit of purple. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but colors blend pretty good together. From watching Ryan or Bloodshot's video, he said that doing the pink over the blue gives you a better blend. That's why I chose to do it this way. So another little thing from his video, was, now these center pieces that I have, here, let me get you lined up a little better. Yeah, these center pieces that I have masked off in vinyl, they are not pure white. They are going to have a shade of blue or pink or whatever color the neon is to them. So, before I change colors in the airbrush, take my plastic razor blade here. We'll get this masking off of here, and we will tint back the center of these neon tubes. Now, something he mentioned too, and after studying some reference pictures on neon, like the ends are usually like the brightest, so we will leave those the lightest color. We won't apply as much paint on them as the rest of the tube. And then kind of in like the bendy areas too, they tend to be a little bit brighter too. So we will try to keep it a little bit lighter on those ends and then any bends on any of these letters too. So do a little back flush here. Make sure my paint's mixed good. A little spray out, make sure flow is good. So we'll start in the straight part here. Just kind of applying a little bit of this blue paint. Try to stay off of these ends here as much as we can for right now. It's really not showing up on camera as good as I would like, but hopefully here when I'm done I can get a better angle on this too. Hopefully you can see a little bit better. Getting a little bit of dry tip here. A little bit of a dry, you can kind of see it coming to form right now. Camera's allowing that to show a little bit. Got a little, looks like a little hair or something from the vinyl mask on there, but luckily it's in the blue that we already painted, so. I'm liking that. So hopefully our pink has dried up enough. We'll move on to that. Again, using my plastic razor blade here so I don't scratch the surface. I actually just got these this week, so I thought it'd be good. I've been wanting to do this project for a while. I thought it'd be a good one to use my plastic razor blades on. And a little back flush, make sure my paint's mixed up, make sure my flow is good. And we're going to do the same thing with this. We're going to keep the ends of try to keep the ends a little bit brighter than the rest of it. See if I can't reach a better angle. This pink's really not showing up on camera very well. Let's see if I can get you zoomed in a little further here. Bear with me. Try to get my camera to autofocus a little better for you so you can actually see what's going on here. I really don't like how this looks. Bear with me here. I'm going to see if I can't fix this camera a little bit better. A little bit better, not much, but you get the idea of what's going on here. So alright, so these two colors are done. Let's see if this show a little better. It's kind of hard to tell. The camera doesn't quite want to focus right. You can kind of see how I left the tips a little brighter on both those letters. And kind of in those bended areas where neon is actually brighter. Joe says, is there more vinyl tape on the end? On this end? No. No, I took the vinyl off of this one and this one. So these are just all paint now. So we will move on to the O. But I'm going to have to clean out my airbrushes and change paint. Let's do one at a time so we're not boring you for too long. So, how I like to change my paint and my airbrushes, I like to use my own little airbrush cleaner mix. Got a paintbrush here that I like to scrub the inside of the cup with. Do some back flushing. Make sure you get all the paint out of the tube that goes down to the nozzle. And I'll wipe my cup out with a paper towel. Nice thing about this Chroma Air paint too, it does clean up really, really nice and easy. Better than Createx does most of the time too. So I really like that about this paint. Unless you get it dry. Then when it gets dry in there, it does stick pretty good. That's probably because it is that urethane mix as well. One more flush, we should be clean and ready for our next color, which I'm going to need it to be clean for, because my next color is going to be my lightest color on this. I'm going to do yellow. I don't know how good fluorescent yellow shows on the camera. I did use it once before on my pike painting. What do I do with my reducer? So if you mix your paint in your cup, make sure you always put reducer first. Otherwise, you'll have some issues like I did with the pink, where you get some dried paint down in the tube that goes to that nozzle on the airbrush. Toothpick here that I'm going to mix this up with. This Chroma Air paint, it is really thick out of the bottle, but for some reason it sprays like it's a thin paint. So Joe says I would apply much more pink. Yeah, it doesn't look like it on the camera that there's much, but it's actually more vibrant than the blue is in person. So I wish I could get my camera to work and show what it actually looks like. This yellow, you're probably not even going to be able to see it much at all, if any. We'll see. Showing a little bit. I'm going to try to adjust my camera. I don't like that you can't see what it actually looks like. Bear with me here. Bigger. I don't know. Let's see. What do I need less of? More. Sorry, I'm just doing some adjustments on my camera to try to make this better. Hopefully I don't do too much adjusting, and let's darken it up a little. There we go. That looks a little better. Looks a little more accurate. Give me a second, I can only adjust this looking at a tiny camera. So there you go. You can see a little better now. Here you can see the pink's quite a bit more vibrant. And this outer part of the lettering in the camera, it looks really light, but it's actually really dark pink. So let's get chip centered here. Get some more yellow down. Like I said earlier, make sure we're getting all the way into the black. Otherwise it'll look weird with a little bit of a white halo around the outside. Don't be scared to go up on that black as long as you're using transparents. which I'm pretty sure most fluorescents are transparent. These by Chroma Air are, so I don't have to worry about overspray out in that black. Anybody guess what color the N is going to be? Really wish you guys could see how vibrant these colors really are. Actually, it looks quite a bit better now that I dimmed up the camera some. Here's a little dry. Nice little dry. So, Joe, I think you and maybe only one other person are watching. We got, it says 3. I don't know who else is watching. If you're out there, say hi in the chat so I know who is watching. I do not know how to check who's watching. But I think I'm going to call this good on the yellow. Maybe one more light coat here. Yeah, that's looking good. Yeah, make sure I save some yellow paint for coming back in and getting that middle part. I'm going to have to clean out my airbrush here, so go grab you some popcorn, a drink, snack. Yeah, Sunday afternoon, yeah, it's probably not the best time to stream, but I have 2 jobs. I work 7 days a week, and when I get off work early Saturday and Sundays, so I like to get to work and get painting. Otherwise, it's late at night for me. final color. Doesn't look very green. It looks like a weird green on camera, but it is very, very fluorescent. Just give this a little more dry. Put a little reducer in there, brush first. Make sure your paint's always shaken up really good. Joe says, have I done this before in another project? No, this is my first time trying this neon lettering. I saw Ryan of Bloodshot Airbrush do it on a motorcycle on his YouTube channel. If you don't follow him already, make sure you go check him out. Bloodshot, all one word, airbrushing. So Bloodshot Airbrushing. He is an amazing artist from Canada. He does a lot of awesome videos and tutorials on airbrushing too, so, and custom painting. So have to go check him out if you don't already. Alright, just checking my flow here. Yo, brother, what's up? Check out what I'm doing here, my little neon lettering sign. Lettering on a license plate here. Moving on to our favorite color now. Not. But it's a very vibrant color, and on to the green. Now, Chroma Air does also have a bunch more fluorescent colors that I did not use in this. They also have fluorescent purple. These colors don't look very fluorescent on the camera, but they have fluorescent aqua. They have fluorescent orange. And fluorescent red. Colors are not transpiring very well. Yeah, I was going to use the purple, but it doesn't, it's not as vibrant as all these other colors I'm using, which don't show very good on the camera right now, but at the end of the video here, I will definitely show you how vibrant the colors really, really are. I got a little special helper to help these colors actually show up on my camera quite a bit better. Actually, I probably should have been using that to help me. Alright, I'm going to show you a sneak peek. Bear with me a second. And now I noticed something I probably should have done. I should have put some Wicked UV glow paint in my white, because as you can see, these white tips on these letters are not glowing like they should. Well, that sucks. Lesson learned. When doing UV, if you're going to use UV, make sure you mix some UV in your white. But I will get some pictures of those posted on social media so you can see how they look a lot better with in person. So I'll be able to get some good pictures and you'll be able to see them a lot better. But yeah, now you Here, as you can see on here, I left the tips white so they'd be brighter, like neon lights really are, like on the pink as well. But not having that UV glow in my white paint, it made them dark under the UV. So that's just a lesson learned. Next time I will definitely use some glow mixed in with my white, which I actually have too, right here. A wicked UV glow base. Got some sitting right here too. I should have mixed it. But a cool thing is I did not mix it in with this Chroma Air paint either, so this fluorescent is just that vibrant. Now this green isn't quite as vibrant as I was thinking it would be. It's more like a lime yellow green. It's like it needs a hair more blue in it. Looks very, very green in the bottle. But we'll lay a couple more layers on here and see if we can't get a little more saturation out of it. I'm just going to step back away here for a minute. Just look at it from a distance. Oh, my colors look blended pretty good. Look like I got pretty even with my coats. Pretty happy with it so far. I think I may have did too much of a glow off each letter, but I like to go big all the time, so, and I tend to overdo stuff, so. Isn't the center of the letter a highlight? Yeah, the center of the letters is a highlight. This is just vinyl masking on both of these, so I'm going to remove that here in a second and go in and tone them back a little bit. So again, with my plastic razor blade, don't scratch the surface. Get this started here. I'll just peel that away here. Wow, that yellow looks really vibrant against that white. Actually, we'll wait a little bit before we go in pull that mask off that green. We'll let that green paint dry a little bit. So now I'm just going to use my yellow, tone down the center ring. See if you can get a better look at it. A little bit. Come on, focus. Focus. My cheap camera's not gonna. There you can kind of see. So I'm just going to tone back that center. That's the brightest part of neon, is the center. Now there's always some hot spots, brighter spots, so I'm going to leave just a couple light spots on both the sides of this O. So just the top and the bottom here I'll tone back quite a bit. And I do want to get a little bit of paint on there, but so it's not pure white. And I want to keep the rest of it quite a bit darker, or more saturated, I should say. One thing I did notice, I got a little heavy with my paint right down here. There is a little bit of a edge buildup, but that's basically the only one little, not even a finger width wide spot there that I have a paint buildup. Must have just got a little bit trigger heavy with it there. I'm liking that. Now, Joe, if you're listening, I have my Spray Max in the fridge right now. I do want to clear coat this with it. Do you know how long I need to keep it out of the fridge? Or putting it in warm water, something like that help it? I'm pretty sure I won't have time to do that yet today, or get it warm enough to be usable, but so happy with the O, so I'm going to move on to the N now. Be careful when you're peeling your masking back. Alright, now I'm going to do the same thing with this one that I did with the first N. I'm going to keep my brighter spots on these bends and on the tips. Warm water helps, but you'd wait like 8 hours. Alright, cool. I will probably take it out in the morning before work, and maybe get it cleared tomorrow night. You said mineral spirits to wipe this baby down? Because last night, after I based the white, I waited a good hour or so, and this is actually urethane paint, or acrylic and urethane paint, so I thought this stuff always dries really fast, so I thought it'd be good, but I took alcohol and wiped it down and smeared all the paint across this whole thing. So I had white paint smeared in between all these letters, so I just took the alcohol, took my time very carefully, wiped it, and then took a dry rag and dried it, and just went all over in between all these letters, very fine with a wet or alcohol covered rag, and it was a pain in the butt. Otherwise I would have been doing this live last night, so it took me a while to get that fixed. I didn't want to start over, so I wanted to learn from my mistakes, see if there was anything I could do to fix it up. Need to get me some actual wax and grease remover or final wipe or something like that, especially if I'm going to start working on metal panels, because I actually have some dye bond or aluminum composite panels that I bought from Coast Airbrush like a year ago, or more than that even, or no, I want to say it was probably almost a year ago. I haven't even used a single one of them. Haven't done a lot of painting on metal. Mostly just been lettering like this that I've done on any metal or hard surfaces. So I'm really liking how that turned out. I'm going to call this one done. Except for... let's give me a little bit better view here. Alright, let's see if I can get you a little more straight on. Yeah, you can kind of see how that's like a neon glow. Looks a lot better in person. Let's see here. A very humble guy and a gentleman. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. I definitely try to be, so let's see if some lighting will help in here. Let me switch to see if this makes it any better. But you can kind of see what I was trying to do. Let's see what this looks like under the black light. Yeah, definitely needed to use that UV glow in that white. All the white in the center of these letters are supposed to be the brightest, hottest spot. So in the black light, it looks exactly opposite how it should be. The tips of these letters are darker because I used white paint without UV glow. So, lesson learned. So, there you have it, my little neon tutorial. Maybe I will come back in with, do a quick little video of this once I get it clear coated. And who knows, maybe I'll do another one too, and make sure I get the UV glow mixed in with my paints too. So Josh says show the glow again. Alright. Alright. There's the UV glow again. Like I said, these the center of these is supposed to be the brightest part of neon lettering. And since I did not use UV glow in my white, it's backwards. It's showing up dark. It's showing up the opposite of how it should be. And I don't know why this N has that first N has like a halo of blue around it. Doesn't in person. Yeah, I don't know, I think it turned out alright. Minus the learning lesson of not using my UV glow paint or glow base in my paint. As you can see here, it looks bright, how the tips are brighter, like neon lighting in the bends. Focus. Come on, focus a little better. It's not going to focus very good for the yellow. Oh, maybe. Come on. Here, let me put my hand up here. Sometimes that helps with the focus, camera focus. Maybe not. Yeah, there you have it. Probably try to get this cleared tomorrow or this week sometime. And then I will probably do another quick little video on here to show you. And I don't know if I'm going to post it on social media yet. I want to see it under clear coat. So I am going to call this stream done. Thank you everybody who tuned in. I appreciate it. Hopefully you join in next time. If not, or if you are not joining live, make sure to subscribe and hit that little bell icon. That way you can get notifications every time I go live or even when I just post a video. So until next time, keep those brushes stroking.